I wasn't joking. The title is not a troll. I have finally found a woman worth marrying. Now, she's already married. She's not my woman, but I'm saying when I read this article, the only thing I could think of is, damn, man, now that woman's a keeper. If I met one like that in real life, maybe I'd be persuaded to go back to 3D. Woman breaks windows to rescue her husband's action figure collection from flood in China. Now, by action figure collection, they mean Gunpla, because it really is just like fucking Gundam model building kits. But to the uninitiated, it's all just an action figure. But yeah, either way, this woman is still a keeper right here. You know, while most people would rush to save important things like family heirlooms or photographs from a flood, this woman saved her husband's action figure collection. AKA, she saved what was actually important. She's got her priorities straight. And I'm just going to tell you guys a story. I don't know how true this is now. We're going to have someone from China either confirm or deny this. But I know that years ago, I mean like between 10 and 20 years ago, I was actually in a panel with Kevin McKeever, who's from Harmony Gold. And I know you guys probably have your opinions on Harmony Gold based on what they've been doing to the Macross license. But he actually did have a good story about how he was at a convention in China, and he was doing a giveaway of some of these Gundam model kits, except it was Robotech / Macross model kits, but no, same thing, giant robot model kits. The Chinese guys were really shocked at this because even though these kits are made in China, they still cost like $40+. And $40+ to your average person in China at that time, who wasn't like middle class living in the big city, that's like a month plus wages right there. So even though these guys making minimum wage by China's standards, not the US standards, even though they're cranking out like hundreds, if not thousands of these by the day, they can't afford them because these are, I mean, $40 was a big deal to them. So whenever he was doing a giveaway of these kits, these plastic model kits, all the guys who won them were like, "Holy fuck, really? This is like a month's worth of salary. Jeez, thank you." Now, I think things may have improved economically a lot more since I heard that story, but maybe it depends on what region of China you go to. You never know. I had to tell that story because that might put this story into context. If each one of these kits that this woman pulled out of the house was worth a small fortune in her city, is it starting to make a lot more sense why she'd break windows to go rescue these things instead of quote unquote important things like family heirlooms and photographs? I bet whoever wrote this article wouldn't see a problem with her breaking in to save her jewelry box, for example, for kind of the same reasons, because some of that jewelry you can sell for a small fortune. So I just had to give a little bit of context into this story. So, but either way, that still doesn't change the fact that this woman knows what's important. Following their home flooding, the Whammons from Yudong, Chongqing, China, broke a window to retrieve her husband's beloved toys. I mean, it looks like they're still in the box. Does that mean he didn't even assemble them yet? He's keeping them mint condition, never removed from box. Yes, this is an investment right here. If you don't even build these things, a video of the heroic Whammons holding the toys while in a rubber dinghy was shared on Chinese microblogging website Weibo. In another video that's been liked more than 29,000 times, you see a rubber dinghy filled with boxes and boxes of the figures. Yep, she knows what's important. Apparently, the husband didn't save the figures himself because he doesn't know how to swim, so his wife took one for the team to get them for him. Relationship goals or what? And dude, yes. So this makes her even more of a keeper right there. Imagine that. It's like, hey, I'd love to go save my Gunpla collection, but I can't swim. It's like, hey, honey, you mind going over there and fetching those for me, please? And she does. Yeah, this woman's a fucking keeper. If I ever met one like this in real life, maybe you can even convince me to forsake 2D. The figures that were saved were figures from Gundam, a Japanese military science fiction mixed media franchise. The husband shared the video explaining that his wife saved the toys and referring to his wife said, "I will never let you down in this life." At least I think he was referring to his wife and not the Gundam figures. Yeah. Whoever's writing this has no fucking clue what they're talking about. Got no clue how much, this was their life savings right here. Yeah, when asked why the husband didn't get the figures himself, one person explained, according to the water level warning line issued by the community, they thought it would not flood the second floor, but the water level rose. He can't swim. His wife swims across the Yangtze River and assessed that the risk of stagnant water is not high, and she has a life jacket, so she decided to save the Gundam. Yeah, and that's another thing. I mean, she didn't risk her life to do this, but it's the thought that counts. I mean, honestly, if I was her husband, I wouldn't. If it was actually like a life-threatening situation, I'd be like, yeah, just let it fucking flood. I mean, don't risk your life for that. But you can see right there, everyone's pretty calm, just sitting there, standing in the water. It doesn't look that bad, so everything was okay. In the husband's defense, most of the figures are around 20 to 30 pounds each on Amazon, and from the looks of the amount that he has, that's a lot of money he spent. Yeah, and they're all still in the box, and then you convert that to wherever they live in China and how much that's worth. This shit is an investment. Damn, look at all these. Floods have been ravaging parts of southern China since early June, with officials saying it's the worst flooding the country has seen since current year minus 22. Caused by heavy rain, the floods hit central and eastern China last month. This is one of those moments where I seriously wish it was possible to share, because we've been having a fucking drought where I live. So if we could alleviate some of China's flooding and our drought by sharing that water a little bit, that would be great. But unfortunately, nature doesn't work that way. By the end of June, flooding had displaced 744,000 people across 26 provinces, with 81 people missing or dead. It's said the floods have affected around 63.46 million people in the country. Yeah, that's pretty bad, man. And here in the U.S., we got the Hurricane Laura aftermath. So much weather-related crap going on. The Ministry of Water Resources said that 443 rivers across the country have been flooded, with 33 swelling to the highest levels ever recorded. Well, at least the Gunpla were saved. The boxes still look to be in relatively good condition. I mean, like that one there's got a little ding in it. But otherwise, I mean, you could probably still sell this for quite the pretty penny, especially there in China. So yeah, this was a good decision all around. They could probably live for a year or more on these if they had to sell them. Like if they're a house and or apartment, I don't know which one it was. If it's not salvageable, if they lose out on a lot of money, these will keep them running for a little bit. So definitely good luck to these two right there. So yeah, I hope you can see now that I wasn't joking. I wasn't baiting you with the title. I finally did find a woman who would be worth marrying. Now we got to see if we can find some of these ourselves and not do it, blindly. You never know until after the fact when the mask comes off. Oh man, I am so excited to tell you guys right now that finally, after about a year of build-up and shilling, we have launched Blade Devil on Indiegogo, and so far it is doing so well thanks to awesome people like you. If you haven't backed it yet, then please check the links in the description and check out Blade Devil on Indiegogo. You will not be disappointed. Looking forward to seeing you there.